pray it out loud. Let's not be scared. Let's pray it out loud. Daddy, please fill me. Don't let me miss you. I want you. God, we don't want you.
I want you. He just said I want you. Christians, I'm telling you.
Like, I cannot.
Like, literally, I had Christian friends like that when I was growing up.
Fill me, daddy. It's like,
I went to a musical at a church that was anti-evolution. Like, I've had friends who would say, daddy, fill me. That's what I'm saying. Straight fill me up with your hot.
A different daddy to fill me.
Load. Oh, I want this daddy.
I love hot dads.
Oh my God, I have a black and white heart. Honey, we're meant to be together.
The used, and I love hot dads.
Actually, I'm the used by dads, hot dads.
We want to be used by hot dads.
No.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Jim.
And thank you for sticking with us through these times of...
We've had some turbulent episodes.
We've had some turbulence.
Mostly downs.
We haven't been here.
We haven't been here several weeks.
And I've not given a fuck.
You're having a transformation.
Well, everybody had a transformation week.
We really did have a transformation week.
I mean, I have to tell you all about camping.
Yeah, I have to tell you about self-respect and maturity.
Slutty little mouth.
Maturity, yeah. Well, fuck maturity. Okay. Well, honestly, what I've learned is that
you're maturing over there.
I'm maturing like a dad, like old.
You really
I'm
are.
a dad now.
I'm like, get him a hoodie.
Oh, I look like a dad.
Get him a hoodie and some cargo shorts because we got a dad here.
I think I'm
it's
like
the fall dad.
The problem is that I'm like super hot.
I know
it's a problem.
Well, okay, so I went to the Ox Roast last night, and it's mostly for the kids.
Ox Roast.
It's one of the oldest festivals in Ohio. It's the 102nd year this year in Grandview.
Is that where you were at today too?
Like, yeah, I went to the Ox Roast twice, bitch.
Wow,
don't
you're
judge.
So obsessed.
I'm sorry, it's at the end of my street.
Do you stop at the butcher so that they can get some money? Because apparently they're not paying their bill.
I'm not actually a fan.
Oh, wow. Are we really throwing shade?
Oh, we're going to throw shade on Columbus like you've never heard.
Yeah, no, the butcher and grocer are like, what the fuck happened? Yeah. They were literally like, we need a shop everywhere and we need 15 restaurants. And it's like, guys, let's get established. And then,
I mean, Tony's hot. I would fuck him, or I'd let him like.
Absolutely.
He's the type that would like eat your asshole for hours.
I agree. Yeah, just like worship.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Totally like be like, oh, I want more of your asshole. And like, he just can't get enough. And then he probably eats ribs after.
So do we have any voicemails this week?
No. I think maybe like we can find one in here.
I'm like really okay.
Well,
I was really looking forward to that.
Well, I'm going to start with, I need to say something about the ball sack. Now, I need to ask you something because I had no fucking idea until I really literally read a Reddit post.
I read it.
Now, can you know how everybody has the line on the ball?
Oh yeah, that line that goes down the middle of your balls.
Do you know what that is?
That's your vaginal slit.
Whoa, girl, fuck.
Yeah.
That is where your vagina, as a male, closes up.
Mm-hmm. Your vaginal entrance.
It's so weird.
I know. It's like, so that's, yeah, it's like those are the labia, the scrotum. Like,
well, you put it together, I was
lips.
like, maybe I could have eaten pussy.
It's literally like just your genes like fixing things around. Like, let's swash this out here, put this in there, we'll do that and clean it out. Yeah, This tube goes inside and that one goes out. Like,
I mean, ovaries are balls.
Inside, testes are down.
Right, but like the same, there's two ovaries,
yep,
there's
they're
two
the exact
balls.
Same.
It's the same
Developmentally,
thing.
It's the same, yep. That's why it's like all pretend that like these genes and these hormones should dictate what we do with our life.
Please tell me about gender.
Yeah, please tell me about gender.
Because I have a pussy slit here, okay? I have a pussy slit sewed up by God.
Sewed up by God.
God sewed our pussies.
This pussy didn't deserve to be inside. It had to be outside.
I could tell this. I mean, again, my labia would have been just out of fucking control.
Loose wizard sleeve
I probably
labia.
could have had an OnlyFans as a woman, but it'd be like novelty, like the longest fucking labia.
There's probably a subreddit for that.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's plenty of people making money.
I need to get better at searching the subreddits because there's some Reddits that I'm like, I need to get a little. You might need to guide me.
I'll guide you. You just got to search and then you got to like
find
find
you
these.
Get kinky. That's what I need to do. I
need
to like
nasty, like whatever you like.
That's what I need to. Yeah.
I want a beer can inside of me, and then I'm sure you can find a beer can inside of you Reddit post. So anyway.
Now, a friend of mine alerted me to this fact, and he's a listener and a volleyball player. He told me that there is this community on Facebook here in Columbus, and it's for people who are into fisting. The fisters who are the bottom fisters, like the ones who take a fist, not the fister giver. And these bottom fisters who are on Ozempic have been getting having trouble cleaning out all the way. And it's because Ozempic slows everything down.
Right. So it's
so
like
they don't know if they're fully
sloshy
clean.
machine.
So that's what
down.
when I said when you reach in there and grab a piece of corn out of the colon, those Ozempic bottom fisters probably have corn in there.
Wow.
You're welcome. Or grains. Some little grain. They like reach in and they're like, they starfish. They grab a whole loaf of something and pull.
Just
meatloaf.
Just imagine your arm in an asshole and knowing that you're inside of somebody so far.
And like their aorta is right next to you beating. And if you like tear it or hurt it, they die instantly.
Better cut your nails.
These people die instantly.
This is crazy. This seems like really stupid, actually. Like, I mean, I'm not
fisting is one of those
like healthy stupid. Like, oh my god, what if you did cut your? I mean,
you're not
like grab your. I mean, oh my god,
you have no problem with ass play. It's just like
no,
this
it's
is
just
like
wow.
It could be dangerous.
You're gonna pull my Adam's apple down through my asshole, and it's like
you got a big one.
Just not into it. So yeah, so dicks and assholes and God,
they're really all the same. Like we're all the same.
We are. Now
you have a downstairs mix up.
Do.
I do have to give a shout out.
Okay.
This shout out goes out to my husband, Matt, and Matt just wants everyone to know out there that he's been listening to us talk about Cialis recently. He needs a shout out that he never needs Cialis because he's always hard.
Whoa, girl, fuck.
And he does like regularly wake up with morning wood. It's like regular.
It's been absolutely.
It's clockwork. And I'm just looking at him like, what?
It's amazing though when you start having your morning woods again. Like I'm telling you,
you wake up feeling like you can take on the day. Like you can take on the day. You're like, here we go. I got this.
I'm like,
I'm ready to fuck.
I feel like it might be helping my testosterone too. Like it's like getting everything to like sort of go back into. I love
rhythm.
Cialis. And I have a story about Cialis at camp, but I will get into that in a moment. Now we do have like a listener email we can read.
Okay.
You gotta read, honey.
I'm gonna read you. Okay, why isn't it?
It won't do. It's like Canva, so you just have to like, no, careful. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Just zoom in with your fingers, like.
Okay. Listener email. Hi, Bobby and Jim. I'm writing to you because I'm in a bit of a pickle with my boyfriend. We've been together for 8 years and we're thinking about getting married. We've always split everything equally, but he wants us to sign a prenup before we get married. What? I'm not opposed to the idea of a prenup in principle, but I don't really see the need for it in our case. We've been together for a long time, and we've always been honest with each other about our finances. I don't think either of us is going to try to screw the other over if we get divorced. My boyfriend argues that people change, and we don't know what the future holds. He says it's better to have a prenup in place now when we're on good terms than to have a deal with it later if we're not. I'm not sure what to do. I don't want to sign a prenup if I don't have to, but I also don't want to put my relationship at risk. Do you have any advice? Thanks, Steve. This is a great question, actually.
It actually really is a good question. I'm surprised we never really talked about.
I'm struggling with this. Yeah. Because like as a kid growing up, I was taught by my parents that prenups mean you're not really in a good relationship and it's going to end anyways. So what are you doing? And I wonder how much of that is sticking around whenever I'm trying to judge this. Because I'm just like,
probably
I was taught that. I was taught prenups are bad. Period. Like they're never good. Now I've seen some friends get divorced and have to deal with money things. And I'm wondering, wouldn't that divorce have been easier when they're like, you know what, we don't want to be together anymore. We're still friends. You know, it's just how it is. We're not going to be together. They separate. And then they have to do the money part of the divorce. And that's where the problem.
Yep.
So maybe a prenup would save all that.
It's kind of like, I say no, don't sign it.
I wouldn't. Now, personally, I wouldn't sign it. But I gave you the reasons why I might not.
I say no.
I wouldn't sign it.
Because no. And I'm really tired of these, like, and I'm going to bring up Christians again, but like, they're like, the Lord has bonded us, but you're going to sign a prenup? Okay, so you know you're going to get a divorce, which is a sin, which means, no sense. Makes no sense.
It makes no sense. There's a lot of people like that.
0 cents.
But I feel like if you're worried that you saying, I can't sign the prenup and giving a principled good reason to your partner, if you think that would put your relationship at risk, then put it at risk.
It's not going to work.
Put it at risk.
It already doesn't work.
You shouldn't be untrue to yourself just to please your partner. Like, I'll sign the prenup. No. Don't carry that forward forever that you wish you hadn't signed it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's always worth just being honest. If your relationship can handle it, it can handle it. If not,
I mean, the reality is that, I mean, maybe it's like the test. No. That's
Yeah,
why I don't get
couldn't.
married.
That is
how about
true.
solve
It's a lot
that?
less
That solves
to do.
that.
It really does.
And when
It's
you're ready to
smart
leave, just
decision.
make sure you have your bank account full and all your credit cards paid off.
Whoa, girl, fuck.
That's some advice for some people. Now, I mean, I'm just gonna go right into.
I fucking love that.
One of my little topics
That
that
just
I
goes right into it.
Like, I need
Yeah.
to just say something. I had an epiphany during camping and during this past week. Just there's a lot going on just all over the fucking place.
Yes,
and
queen.
I've realized something. No matter what. Now, this is like the prenup. Okay, we're going to say, listen, you can't trust anybody. And I know that sounds like really like, some like white girl shit or like some feminist shit or I don't know. But like, you
Live,
really
laugh, love.
can't though, because even your own parents betray people.
Yep.
And we're humans, and being human, part of our evolution was to betray in order to survive.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
not really, but
Okay,
continue.
but think about like wars and stuff. Okay, to win a war, we have spies. Spies are betraying the country that they're saying that they're in. Betrayal is just one of those things that cause all this kind of shit.
So betrayal. Back to that. And such.
No, but not even just betrayal, but like you're gonna get fucked over no matter who it is. Your boss.
I think
your
what you're saying
friend,
is that
your family,
you cannot control
anybody,
another's
Yes,
actions.
yes.
You cannot control what other people do, and sometimes they will hurt you.
And
Yes.
you've made this comment before, and to expect one person to give you everything in this circle,
Good God.
baby girl, little girl.
Because someone you're getting cozy and romantic with isn't necessarily going to be able to give you the hot danger that you want.
And also, they're human.
Yes,
so
they can't.
I'm determined that in every single relationship, whether it be platonic or not, one person will end up betraying another person at some point. It's just bound to happen.
Oh, no.
Well, it sucks, but like we're humans, though. Like it's something that you can't.
Not necessarily a big betrayal, but yeah.
No, but like a
There's gonna
betrayal.
be,
Like, there's gonna be
everyone
things
has
that'll be
small
like, oh,
failings
well.
in their relationship. Yeah.
So like
You didn't understand me in this situation, or you didn't listen to me in this situation.
or I told you not to do this and you
yeah,
did it.
you did it.
Like
You-
I've had my friends from at
Yeah.
home, like where we didn't talk for a year,
Right.
and then swung back around,
Right.
because it's like
It's a betrayal. There's
it's
a little betrayal.
and time heals all wounds. I will say that.
Ooh.
But what I will say too, though, is that I don't know. Just know that no
You're on
matter what
thin
you
ice.
sign, whatever you don't sign, whatever you do, nothing fucking matters. We're all gonna die, and
Nihilism.
literally, it's
There's
stupid.
a whole
It is
philosophical
so-
movement around this, you know.
So maybe this is where I'm at. Maybe this is my shift.
Why don't you read about it and see if you're really all about it?
That like nothing matters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, nothing does. That's the denial of death.
Here's where I'm at, though. I'm at the point where nothing matters and everything matters together
okay,
at the same
everything,
time.
everywhere, all at once.
Because I think, yeah, maybe ultimately nothing does matter. I don't really believe in God. I don't really believe in an afterlife. I don't really
You know, it's hard
believe
for me to
there's
say
something
that
going
still.
on.
I just got like anxiety when you said that.
I
It was just
know.
so real of a word. Like,
Yeah.
when somebody like, I'm an atheist. You're like, I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in God.
I don't believe in an afterlife. I don't believe in all that. And then at the same time, I'm like, but I don't think that means nothing matters. I think we create meaning. I really do.
Okay.
Think of like your favorite family memories, if you have any. Like something where you're like, oh, we would go to this restaurant on this occasion.
Yeah.
It was always a big thing every year. And that was like, you have those happy memories of being at that place.
Yeah.
That's just your family decided, like, we're going to do this big celebration every year at this place. And that's for us.
So you created this
We created
world.
meaning. We
Right.
created a good memory in my
Yeah.
head forever that my parents just picked it. I didn't like, it's not nature that was like, yeah, on this day, you're going to
Interesting.
celebrate this. I think we decide what's important, what matters. And then that's how you create the
is
world
that-
around you too.
Well, right. And so that's what then that goes back
So
to
it's
like,
not that, it's like, yeah, ultimately though, we all die and those memories will be forgotten and all of that's gone.
Like
But I don't
nothing-
think it didn't mean anything. I think it meant something to us then.
okay, maybe I'll
and
say,
then for
okay,
eternity,
I get
it's
it.
gone.
I get it. Maybe looking at it differently, like it matters today.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter tomorrow. So there's no reason to like be like, oh my God, like, yeah, okay, it's the end of the world, but also it'll be the end of the world. Like it's not going to matter. So like, cool. I don't know. I'm just in this weird spot where I'm
Interesting.
just kind of like, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Just tired.
I think you're kind of like,
It's just like I'm
you've
tired of
moved-
everybody's like my
like we
dad,
said,
my
you've
everybody.
shifted.
Like,
You're shifting.
There's a shift.
I think you're in the middle of a shift still.
and I'm not mad
but
at
you're
anybody,
over the
but it's
halfway
like
point, I think.
I'm sort of
I think you're past the halfway, but you're like still getting into
I've
that
done
mode
a lot of growing.
Oh yeah, this year
has
been
like this is actually a year
sometimes I've been like, oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
I'm like, is he okay? He's okay.
And it's just gonna get even better.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality of the situation is that
It only it always gets darker before the dawn. It's darkest before the dawn.
and you also can't control anything.
No.
And even if
Especially other people.
right, because they're gonna make a mistake. They're humans. Like you need to understand that like people make mistakes literally, and that's why I'm like working on forgiveness too. Like I think that's something that's big in just everyday general life. Because like I go to the bar and I see my fucking enemy, and I'm like,
here's
ugh.
another idea that might blow your mind.
Okay.
We are always taught that we have to forgive other people. We don't. We don't owe them anything. We do not have to forgive. You can still be upset about something down the road without an attachment to being upset, without obsessing over like they wronged me and I'm so mad about it still.
But that's what forgiveness
it's
does.
Just down the road, you're like,
basically-
yeah, I was very upset and I don't need to talk to them. I don't want to be around them.
So forgiveness is actually not for the person that is being forgiven. It's for the person that's forgiving. So really, in reality, it's not like I forgive you. Now let's be friends. It's I forgive you so that I can move the fuck on and not deal with your dumb ass.
I'm like, I've moved past you.
Or move past whatever
I will never
situation,
forget what you did,
or
and
whatever.
I will never tell you to your face that I forgive you, but I've moved past it. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Right.
That's
so
life. Yeah.
It's very interesting, just like the dynamics of life. And then I'm sitting at this campground, like having a great time, but like doing whatever I want to do. And I'm like, why do I care about like
You get to
I'm
be so
living in a little
independent.
room
Yes.
with like a little refrigerator and a microwave, and I'm living my best life. And I'm
Right.
like,
You're having a
why do I
blast.
need all this shit? Like, why do I need all this stuff?
We
like,
don't.
I don't.
Yeah, when it gets down to it, you really
don't.
need it.
And it's actually more fun to be like, oh, I don't know.
It's like when you're having fun and you're at the pool, and the best thing ever is that microwave soft pretzel with cheese, or like
fuck.
nachos and cheese.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is so good right now.
It's a vibe.
And it's like, it's not really good. It's a fucking frozen food item with fake cheese, plastic cheese. And you love it though. You're having so much fun with it.
It's very
Why do you
interesting.
need all this stuff when that is such a good moment for no reason?
Right. No reason at all.
But it's just that experience of like, this
Or like
tastes
sunsets.
good here.
Like sunsets. You're like,
it happens
oh
every day.
my God.
It happens every day. But then when you actually stop and watch it, you're like, holy
whoa.
shit.
And this is what I've done.
Yeah.
When I went camping, I stopped for a second. I was like, wait a second. Let me.
I don't need all the rest. It's all good. I'm doing great.
Yeah, like this
I'm
is
doing
fine.
great.
And then also, it's like, again, I did the whole like I'm not really getting into camping yet because I don't want to talk about it yet. I don't think because I think you need to cut in.
Yeah.
But I will say, well, then I'll just wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Okay.
Because I saw your list and there's a lot going on, honey.
Britney Spears embarrassed by video of her dancing.
Yeah. What was that?
Okay. I don't even know, but that's why I wanted to bring it up. I thought you would know.
I don't even know. Which?
Okay.
No.
So-
should I look it up?
Yeah, we got to
Like,
look this
should
up.
I do, like-
and here's why I want to look it up
Is
together.
there a video of her?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, I saw this post, and it was Britney Spears on her page being like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed that people saw me dancing. I think she was in Mexico, and she was like dancing to the sound of car horns and other things.
Like
and someone
Mexico
filmed her in a
20
restaurant. And so she's mad that she's embarrassed that people filmed her doing this, and that she's posting about it. And I'm like, I never even saw the video. So why are you posting about, being embarrassed?
That's weird. Hold on. I don't know if I spelled embarrassed. Is this?
Yeah, it's that. These are the same.
Coordinated efforts I've seen from Britney's camp in quite a while. A release from Backrid, a video. I'm going to break it down for you because I think
Okay.
it's pretty obvious.
Girl, I just want to watch
someone. Is this where she slaps
No,
someone
this
too?
is the video, but I just want to watch it
Yeah,
myself.
same,
Like,
but I don't think it exists. We have to. So,
So-
I don't understand
Okay,
how
but
she's
regardless
embarrassed
of-
people
yeah.
filmed her dancing.
Right, like,
and she had
hi.
to post about it.
honey, you had the most clothes I've seen in a really long
Yes,
time
I was
on.
just
Like, this is
thinking-
actually the best I've seen you dancing.
Normally,
And so
it's
this like
in-
fucking like
it's hideous.
it's like
I
it's
mean,
like
her
this
page is
interpretive
just-
dance, and it's like you have your underwear is so small.
She's working
My
against
pussy
herself.
Would
She's
be
working
all out of those.
It's not only low cut. It's like
It's everywhere low
it's
and
like
skinny. I'm
it's
like,
low and
you're
thin,
literally
yeah.
just
Like, no,
the
just-
slit is just covered.
no.
She probably has a Pamela Anderson pussy. I'm just saying. Like, I'm sure that's probably the case. And you're gonna have to get up in a second and get me a Miller then. So
Gay. Hi,
You're such a bitch.
I don't know. Well,
I don't know, but I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Jesus loves me. Yes, I know. That was a real song.
Fuck me, Jesus. Jesus owns my bussy.
Oh my God, I need a t-shirt.
It says that. There's one that's out there that says like
Jesus owns
my
my
bussy
bussy.
is for Jesus. Or something like that. My bussy is for Jesus. Yep. Yep.
I need that fucking shirt.
I know. We need to start making shirts again, like
Yeah,
fun,
I
because it's
love our
cheaper to make
shirts.
our own. Like
It really
we just gotta
is.
come up with sayings and just all print them. Like it's fine. So okay, so Britney Spears, you're an idiot. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know
Like,
what that's about. Like, I'm trying to figure
You're
out.
literally a dancer. So why would you embarrass dancing? Some people are just, again, you can't rely on anybody. You can't look
Here
at
you go.
Look at Britney Spears.
Back
look at
into
her dad. Look at her dad. Look at her life in Betrayal. Okay, you think your people love you, honey? They'll fuck you over just
You're
for
like
money.
Caleb Heron right now, and you're like, look at his dad. Look at her dad.
I mean, it's true.
I mean, look at her dad.
Look at everyone.
This is in. This is out.
Is that what he says?
Like some of his clips, yeah, on Instagram. Things that are in this year. Her dad, his dad.
That is
things
funny.
that are out.
My stepmom.
Yeah, you're just like saying, I was like, you are him. I love
Avocados.
that. Avocado, yes.
I'm actually some other guy, by the way. Have you seen the Office video guy that's like, I'm telling you, it's all the time.
It's us?
No, that number. Look at the number.
666.
Right. It comes up all.
Oh,
and
that's
I take
so
pictures of
weird.
it now all the time.
But if you get visited by the devil, like,
I don't think that's. Well, then you would have to believe in God.
no, you wouldn't. Maybe it's just the devil that's real.
Okay, what was I looking up again? Oh, this guy. This is me at work.
Oh, yes, I like that.
What the fuck is my password? How do I type? It was like a whole pile left on my desk. Who would do such a thing? I'm not dealing with these emails. Did I say it was going to be done by today? Nope.
So he like kills
I love
me.
this.
Did you also ever see this video?
This is not a wig. It's f***ing real. If it was a wig, it'll f***ing come off right about now. Yeah. I dyed it black. You like my shirt? It says Mount Vernon because that's where I actually live.
Yeah, hometown.
I lied, said I lied in Springfield when I didn't.
I think it's Ohio.
It's
My
Ohio.
brothers,
That's Ohio.
Jackson and Daniel, they're f***ing dead also. Daniel was my twin, in case you guys didn't know. He died at 3 days old. A smallpox. We both had it.
He died and I
and I survived. My brother
I
Jackson
revived.
died at the age of 27. In a car wreck. Last year, on his birthday. This year, August 2nd, he'll be 28.
Yes, keep watching.
My sister Lucy is not fake either. She's real. And she turned 14 October 14th. Well, she'll be 15 this October.
Yeah, and plus she went on a camping trip. So leave her alone. And then you need my family alone also. You f***ing moron. You
Blackout.
Oh, and then my Aunt Donna, my grandma's Millie Staley, and my Aunt Margaret, them dead pictures of them, well, they are dead also, and they're not fake. I should know. I was in their rooms when they died.
I was too.
And I was too. What is
Okay,
that?
so that's a classic
How is-
video.
How is that real?
I'm gonna play it all for everyone.
This is what happens when I don't have TikTok. Like, fuck.
No, this is
like,
from
that
10
is
years ago.
gold.
This is like a YouTube.
Oh
like,
my god.
we used to watch it all the time. This bitch goes like, and this.
I should know. I was in the room.
She's
like, it's like
she's from. It's like she's like from New Lexington.
Yep. She's literally
Yep.
from New Lexington. We can say it.
Sorry,
It's
New
allowed.
Lexington.
She sounded like New Lexington. That's exactly how Matt's sister Missy sounds. I'm not even fucking kidding. Oh no, we have to cut that.
Oh,
Clap my hand, Jolly. Ow!
fuck. This is why I need an editor.
That
Because I have to sit and watch this whole goddamn thing over and over.
would be nice if we had an editor.
Yeah, we just need to get there. Thatcher, do you want to edit? Which he actually gave me a good idea. He's like, if you guys need questions for just to
Yes, we
answer,
do. Yes,
just like
yeah,
if when you're in Portugal and I just put out like
Yeah.
a 15-minute like answering, or we have that.
Yeah.
We say yes.
I say si, senor.
I say my lord.
I say yes, my lord.
I say yes, my.
In all the good times, in all
I feel like it's
the
a real
bad
song.
times, I say yes.
Are you
my
making this up or is this
lord.
real?
No, it's real. I used to sing it in choir. Oh, except it was half in Spanish.
Si, senor, Mr. Romano.
Digo si, senor.
Oh, all of a sudden we're a choir boy now. Okay.
Hi, gay.
Yep, I'm gay. They're like,
You are a
We
faggot.
all fucking knew it. We all fucking knew it.
So, what else is going on with you, honey? Is there anything else?
Oh no.
Or do you want to hear about blue juice?
I want to hear about blue juice.
Okay, so I went camping, as you know. I was scared shitless going there, though, actually, to be honest with you. I actually almost called you on Friday and was like, can you just, like, come now? But then I was like,
I totally would have.
Let me settle in. Well, then I drank the blue juice. It was... So, what I really want to say is that... Oh,
You're
no.
just like,
So the first day, I get there the first day, and nobody's there. Like, it's great. Like, I'm like, okay, everybody's quiet. I get to lay in my bed. I got an iPad because I finally needed one.
Oh my God, they're great now.
I know.
The new ones are amazing.
I didn't get a new one.
Oh.
I got like a newer one, but not like the newest. Like, I didn't spend a lot of money. I didn't want to. I was like,
you just need a $200 iPad.
That's what I got. It was like $300. Yeah, but yes.
Well, that's a good one then.
It's like it's like the last year's.
Oh, then yeah, that's okay. That's what I'm talking about. I don't even know what this year's looks like.
Oh yeah. So it's like nice. I love it. But I was able to like watch my shows. I set up candles around the room. So I have like these fake candles now. They're in my real room now.
Yeah.
But I had them lit all around the room because I get kind of scared out of town.
Oh yeah, I don't.
So I was like, it was like a little bit of a light.
I need a light. Yeah, no, for sure.
So I did that.
Did you have your own bathroom or was it shared?
There was no bathroom. I had to pee outside and I had to go to the bathhouse to shower and poop. Yeah. That's part of camping that's interesting and different, but that's part of it.
Pee outside.
Yeah, I just stand outside and pee. Like you pee in front of everybody. Like everybody's dick is just out peeing. Like nobody really cares. It's really weird. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm telling you, it's like if you go to Wilton Manors and you then just go in the middle of the woods, that is camping.
Oh, it's the same thing.
You have some hots, but you also like there's just a lot going on. So this campground is actually really big. I would go back. It's fucking
What's it called?
Creek Ridge.
Okay.
And it's in Michigan.
Okay.
Not a bad ride in the middle of nowhere, but they have this like little farm next door that has a little store that you can buy all these fresh things. They made homemade donuts. Like it was great.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay.
So Friday I get up and I had a headache and I think it was the Cialis, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
So I actually had a really bad headache all day. So I kind of just chilled. I went to the pool for a little bit, but I just could not shake the headache. So laid down, Oh, this was actually Thursday. Sorry, not Friday.
Okay.
Thursday. So then I had people, first of all, let me just say something about a thruple. There's a throuple at this campground, okay?
Those are always trouble.
Well, it's trouble because you get hit from all the angles. So I'm on like Scruff, like, okay, let's see who's at this campground. And it's like, oh, hey. I'm like, okay. Then it's, oh, hey, from over this way. And I'm like, are they all sitting in their living room just being like, hey,
we all approve.
Right. So then they're like all badgering me from different angles.
You're like, I just talked to the other one. Like, where's your other person?
Which I like the one.
The other one was a half and the other was a no. And that's the problem with thruples. Oh, yeah. English bulldog.
And actually wasn't. He was not ugly,
I'm picturing an English bulldog.
Like he wasn't ugly, but it was like.
He was big and burly and he was an English bulldog. Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, the one guy who's the older one was like, come out and meet us. And I said, I have a headache. I got to go to bed. And he's like, well, per usual. So I was like,
that is like the bitchiest response to like trying to entice you out. Like, hey, babe, why don't you come out and hang out?
I was like,
I have a headache. I have to go to bed.
I said, honestly, I have a headache. Like, I need to rest up for tomorrow. And he goes, well, we're having a drink party at the pool at 3:00. I said, okay. So what do?
You go to a drink
party.
Go
to the drink party at the fucking pool. And guess what?
Desperate for daddy's cock.
So this is on Friday. So I go to the pool. It's called Dragon's Blood. So it wasn't even red, though. It was blue, which is, okay, I guess icy veins or whatever.
Dragon's Blood. Well, if it's an ice dragon, it would be icy, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
But a regular dragon wouldn't.
Well, come to find out, it's Everclear.
No.
Gin, vodka, tequila.
Oh, Bobby. We're not an undergrad.
It was so great, though. It tasted so good.
Is it jungle juice?
Basically.
Yeah. And it's
so
amazing.
they're walking. So all of a sudden the music changes and the throuple walks in and they're pouring drinks for everybody, blah, blah, blah. And the one's pouring me a drink and I'm like, no, da. And then I'm like, I would put the cup down and be like talking over here. And then he would fill me up when I didn't see. So you know how I am. I'm like, oh. And then eventually I was like, oh. So I'm in a full blackout. I want to report, though, Cialis works. Now, I have these bears that I ran into that I met. And I was like, well, first of all, here's the thing. And you know what? They might be listeners now, and I don't really care. And I'm not going to say specifically, but like, don't be a cunt, okay? Especially when...
That's good advice for all our listeners.
To be honest with you, don't be a cunt. Like, if somebody comes up to you and says, hey, like, I'm new,
say hi.
Don't be like, oh, yeah, well, when we first got here, I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, okay?
No,
also,
not that.
Yeah, it's like one of those that's
when we first got here, like 30 years ago.
No, actually, they're in their 20s. Yeah, they're like 27.
So they're
even
like, cuntier.
Yeah, they're 27-year-old bears, so like they think they're hot shit now. And honey, you are, but like...
Go to Austin.
Yeah, go somewhere else, bitch. So anyway, so I'm talking to these people. Well, this one guy's like all about me. So he grabs my dick.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So he like, oh yeah. Well, I'm naked in the pool. So first of all, I'm nude.
I thought you were at like a party or something.
I need your love.
I need your love. Oh.
Okay, that's
yeah, I love that.
I love that song in the pool when I'm naked.
I need your love.
So
then he's
butt
like,
naked in the pool. So he starts touching. I'm like, oh my
God,
fuck. And then then Cialis kicked, and I'm talking. I couldn't even. I was like, stop. So he would get me going.
He would
grab. Actually felt so good.
I know when you're floating,
when
everything's
you're floating
better
and harder than a rock.
It's so much better.
I was like, this feels so fucking good. So I kept
did
letting
that
him do
at
it.
that ebb and float place.
What's an ebb and float?
That deprivation chamber where you're floating.
So you masturbated in a fucking saltwater
Who
bath?
said I was alone? And I wasn't.
Fuck my slutty little mouth.
Oh fuck.
Okay, so
but I didn't have sex.
No, I didn't
There was just
either.
playfuls.
But everybody's going around now. Everybody's stripped. If you haven't stripped, you're stripped. Everybody's making out. People are like, it got really like. I blacked out a little bit. Like I got kind of like where I was like, you know, when you're having so much fun and you're there in the moment, but then you realize you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. Oh yeah,
that was me. And I was like, oh, I'm wrong. So I'd actually tell him though, I need you to stop this because I can't even get out of the goddamn pool. I can't even get rid of my boner. Like I was actually kind of getting nervous. I was like, oh no, like what is happening? Harder than a rock.
You should just walk around and be like, I'm only at half mast, everyone.
Well, and I thought,
half mast.
well, and I was like,
and then it's like, do they care if you're hard or soft?
Let me tell you.
Honestly,
no, they don't. Because one guy the next day was doing. I was like, well, and I was like, but I was in a blackout.
Yeah, when you're blacked out, you can't decide.
So I'm like, okay. So eventually, I get out of the pool. I go to the camp hall where they have the lunch ladies that make food.
Are they ladies?
No.
Okay, good.
They have chicken tenders, they have spaghetti and meatballs, and they have something else. And I go, can I get some chicken tenders and put spaghetti and sauce on top of it?
Oh my God.
So I did.
You made chicken parmesan.
I made chicken parmesan, babe.
Oh my God, actually.
Yeah, and I had garlic breadsticks that I bought like in a bag from the farmhouse.
They probably did that on purpose. This is like a bear-friendly area. They're like, get them something that they can put
like,
together.
We need some hearty. And I'm like, eating out of this. Oh, and I also got chili cheese fries at the same time as well.
Fuck.
I didn't eat those though, but this is at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, blacked out from the blue juice, like literally. So I go back
and hard from the pool, all the blood's
hard from
in
the
your
pool,
dick.
yeah. So I go back, eat, pass out, woke up at like 11, and then nobody was really like everybody like got in trouble from the blue juice. Like there's like small parties, but like
so
everybody was like fucked from the blue juice. Like everybody was joking about it the next day, like, oh, don't drink the blue juice. Like, honey, that was fucking because everybody went from like having a really good time, but to
making
like
out asleep.
Yeah, like crazy, like shoving spaghetti. That's not good. No. So Saturday comes around, we have the same kind of situation. There's no blue juice, but of course I'm like higher than hell, drunk, blah, blah, blah. Same for Sunday, but Sunday.
The Thropples are there?
Yeah, the Thropples.
They moved on.
They kept coming in and out.
Okay.
So it was the day before I was going to leave, and I had a rendezvous. So it actually didn't. Okay. I'm just going to be honest.
Oh my God, okay.
So I met these two guys, these two bears.
In person?
Yeah, in person.
Okay.
Well, actually, it was 3 of them. So I met these guys at the pool. We were like hanging out all day, drinking, like fun. Like we hung out all weekend. Okay. So Saturday or wherever day it was, Sunday, we're at the pool, blah, blah, and then I left and I kind of hung out and I was like, I don't know. I just don't want to do anything. Like there was a party going on later, but I was like, they'll stop by and probably grab me. Because they said they stopped by the night before, but I was already sleeping from the blue juice.
Take you to the party. Yeah. Okay.
So I was laying in bed and it's dark and I had a sliding glass door too.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
I like that.
And there's a road in front of that people walk up and down or drive their golf carts around. So like they can look in if they want to.
Okay.
So I decided that I'm going to go ahead and just like put on one of my performances. So as you know, I am an ex-cam girl and I decided that I was just going to start jerking off with the window open and the lights on. So I'm like, okay. And in my head, I go, these guys are going to come here because they're going to want me to go to the party. So they get there. And I'm mid jerk. I have like lube and shit. Yeah, it's hot.
My God.
It's the
This
Cialis.
is so hot.
It's the Cialis.
I know. I love it.
I'm telling you, there's like
you're just
good
all this,
grip.
You're
like,
hard.
Oh,
it's hard. It's hard. Yeah.
So I stand up, full mass, go to the door, and I open up, and they go, "Hey!" And I go, and the one guy goes, "We're here to suck your dick." And I go, all right, come on in. I'm already jerking off. And then like, cause I had I kind of like came around the corner.
Oh my God.
So then they go, okay. And then, well, can Jared come too? And I was like, yeah, why not? So this other guy came in. So
4 men.
3.
Okay.
So the 2 with the couple.
Okay.
And then the one was like another
Going
friend.
to a party
but
with her.
they were all going to go to the party. And I was like, yeah, bring Jared in. Like, whatever. So I decide that then I take off my shirt.
Dead. Okay.
And I am the only one naked, which is hot to me.
Yeah, I love being the only
this.
one naked. Me too.
They had harnesses on, shirtless, but they had like hot little black shorts on, taking turns blowing me. One was like licking my balls, one was sucking me off. Then there had 2 on my nip, one on each nip sucking, and one sucking me off. Came and I got told thank you for your babies, and then I was like. At that point, also, by the way, the edible was hitting. And I was like,
oh, yeah.
So I was like in a panic kind of
You're
after. I was like, oh, wow. Like, I feel like I just like, I mean, when you come when you're high, it's just crazy. But so I had 3 men on me and I had like a moment and fucking, and then I was like, all right, I'll see you at the party. Never went to the party.
You fell asleep.
I was done.
That.
I was like,
once you
I
come
was already
that
kind of
hard,
high.
When you come that hard,
yeah, I was like,
it's over.
And plus, once you come, you're kind of like, do I want to go to a white party with people in their underwear? Like, I'm not.
What's there to see?
Right. Like, I'm not.
Like I just had 3 men blowing me.
Right. Like, what's
what
going to be
gotta see there?
8 men, I guess.
Well, 8. Every Amish woman's dream.
But it was kind of funny. It was like, but I will say this. I want to say something.
Do you want to say something?
One of them was a Latin.
Is that a first?
Yeah, and he was uncut. I didn't touch his penis. He was not. He was drunk.
You're like, don't worry, I didn't touch his penis.
No, but I didn't because I wanted to be. I said, I go. Why don't
You
guys
wanted to be worshipped.
I did. I said, why don't you guys take care of me? And I pulled the Terry Shivo'd from hell. I literally was like, just like, oh fuck, and then I'm like hot, so like they're all into it. And I'm like, okay.
You Terry Shivo'd your way to an orgasm.
I Terry Shivo'd my way through that. I really got through.
I got through. You really did though.
It was kind of hot and kind of fun.
That would be so hot to me. But I would definitely be done for the night.
Yeah. So
there's nothing going to be better like that day.
Yeah. So anyway, and you're probably questioning yourself. Yes. I'm allowed to hook up with people that I don't know.
Oh yeah. Everyone's like, are the rules changed
So
now?
the rules have kind of changed a little bit.
I feel like things have shifted.
Well, before camp, I knew I was going to go probably be a whore. I was like, I'm going to touch a dick or something.
Well, you're going to camp. You have to be.
Which I actually didn't even really touch that many dicks. I really just got worshipped. And
honestly, how's that bad? I feel like if my partner were getting worshipped, I would be like, I got a hot partner. I got a hot partner. That's pretty good. That's good for me.
When I told Michael that, he was like, that's fucking hot. I'm like, I know.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad that I gave you a hot thought.
Right.
Hot thought.
Keep thinking it, honey. I don't care. There's a shift in the world. I'm living my best life.
I think so.
I light
incense.
Incense. That's what I was doing at the camp too. I'd light incense and make music.
Yeah,
it was weird.
You have to do that.
I really enjoy.
You need rituals. I think rituals are real.
I do too. I think when you close
I don't
it
believe
off,
in God,
though,
but it's real.
You're like, if you put paper mache into a toilet bowl,
God's too complex, but this fucking plant burning down here.
Yeah, you're like, but if you like some incense,
that is my God.
It's wild. It's wild. So I had a really great time. It was good to be alone again. It was kind of scary at first. Like I said, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna. I wasn't really in the mood at first to be like social, but then I was like, I know I need to talk to somebody. Oh. So and I had the hottest neighbors too. The one guy he was 50.
What?
4.
What?
And he looked like he was 42. The first day I
have seen like a rare.
Where I was like,
it's rare.
And then I go,
where
wait,
I'm like,
am
50s?
I old though? Then I think, oh my God, do I see him younger looking? Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so we're just we're the ones
who are shifting.
We're the ones shifting through age. And then we're just like, oh, that guy's so hot. He's not that much older than me. It's like, yeah, he's not, but he's 54.
So there's this show on HBO called Bama Rush. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
I watched it.
What is it?
It's about
True Life?
No, kind of. It's like they follow Alabama Rush for sororities. And it's like this crazy
I
thing.
hope there are frat boys.
Well, there are a few in there, but not like really. It's all these girls are like, I'm pudging tri-devil delts, and they have to do TikToks now and shit, and they have to like be.
Fuck.
It is absolutely insane. But I'm watching these people and I go, oh my God, I'm old. Because I'm like, oh my God, you are so fucking dumb.
So dumb. Like you are doing a TikTok to be in a sorority.
But I remember,
and they think it's so important.
Oh, I remember going to the bars when I was.
I gotta make the house the cut. And it's like you do.
And actually, these houses though are like,
well,
I mean, it's a huge thing in Alabama. They have like consultants that work year round with girls that are going to go to Alabama. Girls go to Alabama on purpose to get in the sororities. It's crazy. You have to watch it. It's
Okay,
like
so
kind of.
So is it a documentary
Yeah,
style?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I would love that. Okay.
And the one girl's like, "This is me at my homecoming." I'm like, "This is so unfucking believable." Like, it's crazy. But I'm
trying to like break society's rules, and we're watching this like constant reinforcement of the rules.
Oh, it's totally reinforcement.
Yeah, and it's like,
they tell
this
the
is boring
history
to
of
me
it.
now. Like,
you're
this
not
is
allowed
boring.
you're not allowed to drink in the sorority house, but you can only drink at frat houses. So get that.
Oh, because the men are there to protect you
for the rape,
not rape you.
Yeah, it's
they're there
literally
to protect you.
You know, you're put in a certain sorority and you're called a top or a bottom, like
What?
a top or a bottom house.
What's that?
So the top house is usually what the frat guys think is the hottest house. So like you're like oh, I'm a top house. It's like tri-delts are a hot house, so they're the top house, and like these other uglies over here are like not hot.
The bottom house.
But it's crazy because it's a patriarchy.
Yeah, it is. No, it's
patriarchy.
ranking them based on their looks fully and just being like, that's it.
So basically,
that's all that matters.
and then these women, all they care about is getting the attention of the fraternities, and it's just really weird.
We gotta
And then
host a party. We gotta go to their party. We gotta.
Well, and they also then have a secret society called the Machine, and it's select people from each sorority and fraternity that nobody really knows go to a secret meeting, and they like push politics on their. You have to watch it. It's fucking sane. A girl got kicked out because she wore a sticker that wasn't her house. Some other. I mean, it's crazy. So anyway, but my point is that they look like they're fucking 12.
You're old.
So I am. That's the
like if they look that young and you're like judging them this hard when you were not. I mean, if we were young, we would be like, oh, I remember it was really serious which house she got in. And
well, I remember.
I remember, but it's like, well, it feels stupid now. So we're old. That's why we're old.
Well, again, now I'm saying
we're
nothing
at this
matters.
Age where
It's like,
yeah,
we're all just gonna die. And
you're
they're
like, this is so dumb. They're like, I gotta get in tight to
they're like,
say.
I'm never gonna live after this. And it's like, honey, you are, and you're gonna start a job that you hate, and it's gonna be great.
You're gonna have 4 little boys that you hate.
Don't worry, your
husband's always at work.
One of you guys is gonna cheat on each other. It's just,
it's gonna be great. You're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine, Linda. If you don't make the sorority, it's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Just so you know, because when you get out on the outside, nobody really gives a fuck. It's actually kind of embarrassing.
It is kind of embarrassing when I see people are like, these are my
tattoos,
sorority colors.
They're like tattoos.
The fucking tattoos. It's like, honey, I know. And I had a roommate once who was in a fraternity in undergrad.
Okay.
And whenever we were like, why did you join a fraternity? He got very defensive and mad and would yell at us because he was obsessed.
It's like a friend thing.
He could not take criticism. We were like, I mean, it just seems weird that you need to be in a fraternity. Like, what's a fraternity about? And he'd be like, dedication to service and blah, blah, blah. We're like, so drinking.
So drinking
and then he would
and
get
fucking
pissed
girls.
at us, like pissed.
Well, I'm probably doing circle jerks, to be honest, because I'm not.
No, because there's always one gay guy. There's one really gay guy
And they
in
know.
the fraternity, and they know who it is to target.
Because it's
and they're just
literally,
like, so hey,
they're like, you want to suck my dick tonight?
you want to
Don't tell
become,
anybody.
you want to come to the top house?
You want to be a top house? You want to be a top?
You want to be
He's
a
like,
top?
No, I want to be a bottom at the top house. Oh, honey, that's the cream of the crop, babe.
I mean,
you want to be a bottom at the top house? Same.
Yeah, like when I was in undergrad, I really fucked up. I could have had so much fun. I could have had so much fun.
Well, again, that's the lesson. If you are a younger listener, which you're probably not,
be a whore. Be a whore, because
Literally,
you're gonna look back and be like, "Wow,
be safe, but be a whore."
Back when I could take multiple dicks a night,
Back when
I
my
really
body
didn't.
was tight and snatched.
Yeah,
and I had a nice
same.
face and a nice dick and a nice everything.
I
'cause
had
I'm
hair,
proportional, right?
Like it was very different.
Very different.
Okay,
Ow.
I could have been bent over day and night. Instead, I was like, I'm a good girl.
Right. Oh, and I'd like,
I'm gonna get really drunk and then just
You're
make
a
out with some
whore.
random guy. Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I never like actually had a proper hookup. It was always like started drunk at a party. Always.
As I like,
I never met up with someone because you're an undergrad.
Well,
you're
no,
embarrassed.
I mean, when do you ever hook up not drunk?
Oh, me? Oh, everyone you mean?
Yeah, like when you meet people. Like,
oh, it's so much better not drunk.
Well, I know, but
Sex is
how do you
better.
meet people though normally?
Oh, where you meet them, you mean? Like bar.
Like you're drunk and then you're like, oh, you're so hanging on. It's like, are you?
My inhibitions are lowered and I wanted to tell you I think you're hot.
It's like, oh,
it's like,
okay.
You could have just told me, but
just tell me next time, babe.
And
Just
that's
tell me.
what we're working towards.
And that's what we're working towards.
What if like tomorrow?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Tomorrow you were like, you got a month and a half to live.
I would. Again, this is kind of why I'm just
What
being
would
a
you
whore.
even do?
Nothing. I would go get
You
so
continue
fucking
to be a
stoned.
whore, right? And be a whore.
Well, I'd have like a week of just whoreness. And then
I
I'd
would
be
be
like, okay, now
like,
I gotta go
camp,
die.
fly to that camp, fly to that. Yeah.
But you're gonna die. You're gonna slow down.
Yeah.
You get ugly. Like, no offense to people who are dying, but you're not cute.
Yeah.
Like you don't really want to hook up. I don't feel like. I feel like you're
I
tired.
guess 2.5 months you had. Like that matters.
Well, I think
the point is it's terrible.
Well, and also though, I want to make a point. This is something we've talked about, but straight guys don't like touching their assholes or anything happening with their assholes. But if you see some blood in the fucking toilet, you need to react immediately. Immediately.
Yeah.
Period. Like, no, that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to be, but like,
I will admit, straight guys are very
like,
weird.
think about that.
Remember Matt's
can you
brother?
Imagine?
Matt's brother was like,
right.
That's a one-way street.
And
I
he's
said, what
probably
about
like,
your wife's? And he's like, hers too. I was like, you won't even. I asked him if he would like, at least lick her asshole or something. And he was like, that's a one-way street. I was like, you won't eat your wife's ass?
You should be like, well, your brother eats my hole every day.
I said that. No, I literally was like, well,
I guess it doesn't run in the family.
I was like, I said something along the lines of like, well, he goes to town.
I guess you guys aren't twins, are
and
you?
he died laughing. He loved it. They're very open.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming if you're talking about asshole fucking, that they're pretty open, unless you're like in an argument.
Like, I'd never fuck my wife's asshole.
Yes, you fucking would.
I'm gonna eat your wife's asshole.
I'm gonna eat your hole.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck! I want a daddy to eat my fucking hole.
I love hot dads.
Same. I like to be used by hot dads. Now. Oh, I have something else I know I want to talk about. And we've talked about
That's
it
all
before.
I have.
Oh, I went on a deep dive and I need to just discuss this again because I feel like I'm sorry. We have 3 favorites on our show. If you had to name 3 historical, it's 3 girls. We like a Terry Schiavo.
We love Demi Lovato.
Oh no, then there's 4. Oh, I didn't count them. Which the youth is making a goddamn song.
I didn't count them. I think they went back to she.
I don't fucking care. I hope she goes back to fucking hell. We have a Helen Keller. And we have an Anne Frank. These are these are girls. These are girls.
Abused and used girls.
Sorry, I have to go back to Anne. I have to go back. Not Anne Frank. I have to go back to Helen Keller because I saw some things that now I'm fully like. I can't. Like, I just can't. Okay.
Now we have to remind our listeners that your version of Helen Keller was when you were strapped into bed with your mask on your face, your CPAP mask, and you just laid there and like gave Michael a hand job. And that was called your Helen Keller. So that's why you always talk about her.
Oh, right. I guess and that's also Terry Schiavo. That's what Terry Schiavo. And it's also.
No, your Terry Schiavo is when you're not giving a hand job, you're getting a hand job.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Schiavo is getting a hand job.
Oh, yeah.
Helen Keller is
Helen,
giving. Because she was good with her hands.
Yeah.
She was very handy.
Okay.
I think.
Let's just talk. She's very handy. I heard she gives really good hand jobs. I want to say something about something. Now, if I couldn't hear or see, and all I had was my hand, okay, how do you tell me, how do you teach me a language? Seriously. Okay, but you don't even know what that does. How do you explain to them?
I know. It's, to start
This is
somewhere.
what I don't understand, though. I found out that Helen Keller gave speeches. Okay. Now
I don't know if I'm prepared for that. I don't know if I'm prepared for that.
When you hear her interpreter, I guess it's her friend or whatever the fuck, or mom or whatever it is. When you hear the interpreter, to me, it's like people who are translating and they don't like translate. They're like,
you mean all these sign language interpreters who are just
fake.
making it
Have
up?
you heard
There's
that?
a new one. No, there's one like a week ago. There was one a week ago still. They are still out there being hired. It's just
and it's like
made up. And
now I want you to watch this though.
If I had only acquired my children's spirit. Finally, I feel how much more good I could have done if I had acquired normal speech. But rather than this sorrowful experience,
what?
I understand wonderfully. But out of this sorrow.
no,
I think she's full of fucking
something's
shit.
up. Something
This
felt
bitch is
up.
full of shit.
Something
Helen
fell up.
Keller.
This bitch who died like 50 years ago.
Like,
Did you know that Helen Keller and her teacher Annie Sullivan were
Oh,
on
is that
the
her
vaudeville
teacher?
circuits for over 5 years?
Oh, then maybe she
In
was interpreting.
1920, Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan began a 5-year stint in vaudeville. Why were they in vaudeville? Because they didn't have
weird.
any money and
Jesus.
they needed to make some money.
So they had to make
were
shit up to
billed
make
as the
money.
8th wonder.
right. I'm sorry. Okay. This bitch either could hear and just pretended, You are not giving speeches when you've never heard a fucking word. You don't even know that your mouth can goddamn work.
She was also blind.
I know. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
it's like, so how do you know?
She couldn't lip read.
How do you know?
She had to be like, how do you know? Do you
There's
know?
no way. There's no fucking way.
I was going to finger you.
I know. And I was like, where was that? And I thought, where was that finger? Is really what I thought.
Right up the hole.
I was like, ugh.
Actually, last night. Yeah.
It was up your hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not from anyone you know.
Oh, you had a hole. You had it in a hole.
No.
You had a hole in you.
I have a hole in me.
Oh, yeah. You have a hole.
Oh, yeah. You have a hole.
That fucking pussy.
So
yeah. So anyway, she's a fake.
You don't.
It's a fraud.
Now, is Anne Frank real?
I mean,
allegedly.
all we're going by is her diary. So, I mean, why do we? I mean, again, we have to trust people, and you have to trust that. Like, look at the Bible. How's the Bible real? How do we know Anne Frank's real?
Yeah.
Well, we have historical records on her, right?
Yeah, we have pictures
and videos and
diaries.
But
and documents.
Like, how do you know that George Washington's real? Oh no! It's just.
Listen, that fucking
This
weed.
is called Bobby being high. How do you know anything is real? Am I real?
You don't though, because
Am
we
I
just
real?
assume that like
really none of it's real. Yeah,
it's all real and none of it. And it's like you said, we create this.
Yeah, we make it up.
Like we created everything.
What
It's
stories
patriarchy,
do we
like,
focus on? What histories do we tell? That was like the Hamilton musical. Who
I
writes
never
your
saw
story?
it.
Well, it's like about like the history that we're learning. Who's forgotten in the history we're learning?
Or you're listening to one person's version of it.
Yeah, totally.
That's like so subjective.
So there's like
What did
all
you
the
leave
other
out?
people in those historical figures' lives that may have been more important or supported them or gave them the ideas. Was Shakespeare really the best writer?
No.
Or did he
Just
steal from other people? We don't know.
Honestly, I've learned stealing in the entertainment industry is how you make it.
Well, you learn something every day.
Yeah. I feel chubby.
Well,
so,
good luck because it's bear night.
Right. Underbear.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Pussy bear.
What's that? What's underbear?
Where they wear like underwear late. I'm like, it's going to smell like a lot of hole. It's the whole smell that gets me every
Thankfully,
time.
I showered before this.
I showered this morning, so maybe I need a shower.
No.
No, fuck it. I
For
want it to be all.
AWOL? Yeah, not for AWOL.
I want it to be dirty.
As long as if you touch it, it doesn't like reek of shit.
Well, that's why I maybe need to do a dude wipe.
I was like, it can smell like musk. It just can't smell like shit. That's
Right,
my
it's
rule.
it's such
it
a
doesn't
weird
have
fine
to
line.
smell like a nice fresh.
Like if
pink.
I'm giving you a blowjob and I can
Yes.
smell your
Oh,
asshole.
No. Yeah. Nope.
And ladies and gentlemen and men, it happens.
Oh,
So
it
wipe
does
your
happen.
holes.
Wipe your holes straight.
Like if
man.
you're gonna get fucking sucked off, please wipe your hole.
Your hole is about 3-4 inches away from that ball sack that they should be licking on.
Right.
So why would you want a stinky hole if you're going to get
And
a blowjob?
even the ball
No.
sack can be a little rough after a few hours. So it's just
Less.
one of the,
It's less in the sun.
Oh,
if it's
God.
90 degrees, like most days in the
it's
summer,
like
your balls are not
I don't
ready
think you
for a
understand
blowjob.
this
Just assume.
this labia right here. This is why I don't like vaginas.
Your labia.
though. No offense,
Yeah, no.
but I feel like they're always just
Flappy, hot,
Yeah.
flappy, hot, and wet.
Just hot,
just
wet.
pounding up against the underwear.
Just like,
yeah.
ew. And we're not being misogynistic. We love pussy. Or
You love pussy.
we hate pussy.
I wouldn't say I'm like the best friend of pussy, but
We're not best friends, that's for sure.
yeah.
I mean, I could
I don't
fuck
think
a pussy.
There's nothing inherently gross. I think it's just we are not inclined.
Well, our pussies were sewed shut, and that's why I feel
Balls
like
are also gross.
Yeah, balls are
I've
actually
seen some
pussy.
people's
Oh, I
balls
know.
in the locker room, and I'm like, oh no,
It's bad. It's bad when
they
you see a
peel
ghost.
jerky cock.
my pussy.
I do want to talk about this, and I've had this feeling the past couple days. The past couple of days, I have had moments where it's felt fully fall, and I am getting that feeling. And I honestly turned to Matt yesterday, and I was like, Matt, I feel like I'm in Stranger Things, and here's why.
Oh,
because I was at this festival, the Ox Roast.
Wow, the 14th time you talked about that today.
No, second. And season 3 of Stranger Things, they have a festival, blah, 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 all that. It felt kind of like that. Then I'm looking around at the yard signs. People have yard signs like the Reagan Bush signs that are in Stranger Things. And then I'm in my like neighborhood. I'm in my environment. It's a fun, safe neighborhood where kids are running around. It's great. it felt like we were in Stranger Things.
Weird. Like you're looking around like,
But it was the feeling of nostalgia of fall coming back, of everything wrapping back around.
But don't you...
That feeling.
But you don't... Aren't you a little nervous though too? Don't you get like this where you start to like it, but then you also are like, oh no, it's coming.
So this is where I've had a breakthrough. Yeah. Normally in the fall... Why are you laughing? No, I have to like think how to phrase it.
This is where I had a breakthrough. Yeah.
I'm trying to like phrase it well.
I'm not actually a fan.
I don't know if I can. But yes, in the past, in the fall, I would always get more depressed. I think I have seasonal affective disorder. Like it was literally when the sun would start to change. It could be 95 degrees out.
Feel it.
But if the light was changing, I'm like, oh, the sun's setting earlier.
You know when it's shifting.
I literally am like, oh, fall's coming. Even if it's 95 degrees out, I'm like, it's fall.
I know exactly
and I felt
the
this
moment.
last week.
Yeah.
And so in the past, I would get like more depressed, more anxious for sure. My sleep would be whack. I would sleep 2 hours, wake up half an hour, sleep 3 hours, wake up an hour. Like it was just disrupted for like a good almost month. And the reason that was bad back then is because it bothered me. And I was like, oh my God, it's the fall. Here it comes.
Right. So then you didn't
can't
really
deal with
enjoy
this.
it.
My sleep's going to be messed up. Blah, 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 blah. All these problems. I'm more anxious. Now I am still those things and I still have disrupted sleep, but it doesn't bother me anymore.
Okay.
I'm just
why
like,
do you think that is?
The past couple weeks I've been like, yeah,
More
I'm not sleeping as well. I'm
accepting,
tired.
You know what's weird?
And then I'm like, I am more anxious. And then I'm like, oh wait, it's the fall. That's why. And then I let it go. I'm like, okay, yeah, I am.
It's so bizarre.
I'm just not sleeping as well. I look tired all the time.
That's
I'm
me
not,
too.
because I am. Because every fall this happens and I go through it and then I get to winter and I'm better. And it's fine.
And then you shift into the spring.
And it's just seasons. So I'm just like, now is the season where I feel a little bit more sad than normal, a little bit more anxious. I don't sleep as well. That's the time.
It's like I just entered the fall season of my life. And
it's gone in a month. Oh God, no. What?
Well, I kind of am in the fall season of my life. I just hit midsummer and now we're going back down. I don't know.
Oh, I thought of your life or just this year of the year?
The life.
Oh, because you're 45.
Oh, no, I'm 39.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Maybe not halfway.
That's
but
why I'm like, how old
I'm
are you?
still shifting up, but like we're close to going into fall.
Yeah. No, you're right. And this might be the period where for a little while you're like, oh shit. And then you're going to be 42 and be like, oh, I'm still having just as much fun. This is great.
I know.
And that's when that feeling goes away.
And what's weird is that you realize, like, I used to make fun of people who were 35 and partying still. And here I am at 39, blacking out on a TV screen or whatever this is.
On Blue Juice.
On Blue Juice. Yes.
On fucking Blue Juice.
Yeah, I'm on Blue Juice getting hand jobs with my Cialis kicked in.
And how is that bad?
It's
and
not.
It's like, and all that's great.
Who would have thought, though?
Yeah.
Who would have thought, like, when I was 27
even a month ago.
or 26?
Oh, my
like,
God, that long?
Just like,
Yeah, no.
when
There's
you're
no
looking
way.
at, this is who the guys that I met, the ones that I was talking about earlier who are kind of like cunty. It's like, they don't understand that, like, hi, by the way, you're going to be 39 soon, and being like, wow, what happened? How did I
love being hard.
Shift?
I love being hard again.
Love being hard.
That's what you're going to feel.
I actually answered somebody on Reddit today or the other day because I said, he was like, I have to get Cialis, and I was like, I love it. So just don't stop worrying about.
Stop worrying about it.
Worrying
Get it.
about
Just
it.
get it.
I don't understand.
It's a pill. Do you take a pill for a headache? Do you take a pill for this?
Why does everybody
Take a pill.
have such a hard on for being so awkward about it? It's like, no pun intended, but like literally, it's like, quit being so like, who cares?
It doesn't matter.
You want to see my dick on not on Cialis? I can promise you, you'd want this over that. So why are you like? Why is it embarrassing?
Like, why
I don't
does
know.
it bother you?
Men are so fragile. It's crazy. This is why our world is the way we are, because we're fragile. Now, there's something we need to talk about. I think you're right. And this is big, and we're about to get into it. Union and access. Now, people who aren't.
Wait a minute. We need to split our Miller Lite or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let us drink
Just
half
sip
and
it.
then we'll have half.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. Dude, that is sick. Nope, not drinking it. You can get me a free Miller Lite. I'd rather just have you not drink that.
So I've always wanted to be like fully cleaned out, like purged, like vomited, like everything out of my stomach, and then choke on a dick.
And take like
I've
as
never
many
done
dicks as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
you have to stop eating though to do that. And so
you do?
That's you're gonna have to stop for a second.
Oh, I can stop for a second, honey. I would go get myself down.
Yeah, but then you have to get the shit out.
No, just in your stomach. Yeah, you just don't eat for a while, and then you throw up, and then you force yourself to throw up.
Honey, it gets 6 o'clock, and you're like, I'm hungry.
This
girl, you could never do it.
If it was a bunch of dicks lined up ready for me, I would do it.
Now,
I could skip a meal.
I have a good plan for that too, though. The best move to me is when you're leaning on the back of the bed and you're opening up your mouth and they're fucking you from upside down. Have you ever done that? Where you're upside down, your mouth is upside down.
And they're facing this way. Their head's up here.
Yeah, and they're like...
Or are they standing?
So they're looking over you. Your chin...
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And you're laying down.
That's what Emma said Shane likes to do.
I love that. It's so much easier to take the dick. You can take it longer. We've already talked about this?
I forgot.
We have talked about this?
I think so.
Well, it's fine. Anyway, that's the move. Now, what were you going to say?
Union and access. We gotta talk about. This is bad. Like, it's bad.
So we want to talk about a local situation so we can make it more like for all of our listeners. Basically, long story short,
there's been a couple of bars in the most popular gay neighborhood.
The gay neighborhood. Well, the gay bars too. Like these were like the creme of the creme. These were like, oh my god,
this is where people went.
This is where the hot people went. You know what I mean?
For decades.
No,
this is where it's like, okay.
Yeah, like okay, you're going to the main gay place in Columbus. Like when you go look up another city, this is where you're going to go. You're going to go to the popular place, the video bar, blah. Now, what we found out through a firing, because that's why it started, is an ex-employee locally decided to spill. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You should have had him on.
Yeah.
Who decided to spill the tea on the situation at Union Access. We come to find out there's new ownership, which we knew that. But they're like really terrible, right? You say it. Say whatever you need to say.
You're right. No, this employee just detailed how
just like
the company got dismantled, people got let go, just like fired, and then this new owner comes to find out that he's a full-fledged Republican, donated to Republicans recently in the recent history,
voted yes,
and also promoted the vote yes on issue 1, which clearly fully restricted our rights. And made it harder to pass constitutional amendments like the abortion amendment.
As cringe as that is, okay? So as cringe as that
just
sounds...
imagine, though, so it's like basically Donald Trump comes and buys the bar, and we're like, oh, okay. Yeah. So we're going here
And you have Republican gays who are like, it's fine. It's like,
there's literally Republican gays, and they're like, Republicans aren't all bad. And I'm like, yeah, but who are the people writing all the laws they're trying to fucking pass? They are all Republican. Not one Democrat has introduced a bill in any of these state houses across the whole country that is anti-LGBTQ. So these gay Republicans are like, it's not all Republicans, and this is how people don't like us because we don't want to be. No. Look at what's happening.
So it's kind of funny and ironic that now they decide to play like clean up.
They put a little apology that's not an apology out. Remember, it was like, we are sorry it has made you upset.
It was a total gay.
We're so sorry you're upset over our donations in the past. It's like, what?
He doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. But we can see the history here, babe. Like, we're not all stupid. I know you're trying to get the dumb people.
He doesn't do it anymore.
And it's like, they're like, we're proud of our LGBT. And it's like, okay.
No, they're not. Then why'd you fire them all?
When you get owned by a Republican white guy,
yeah,
and you're a gay bar, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And you're basically, and thank you to the previous owner who was a total fucking whack job.
Well,
crack addict.
Little too much of the powder. Some kind of powder.
One of them. Sold it to this guy. So what a great ally he is as well. I'd have been like, I'm not selling this shit.
All the employees are like, oh, wow, this just happened like that.
Overnight, too. It happened overnight.
Like, you're sold, and here's the new owner. And now
we're fighting for our rights.
You're fucking bitch.
I can't. I just I'm over it. I don't really care.
Because I didn't go there.
Union Access.
To be honest, I didn't even go there anywhere. Like, I haven't been there in years.
I went there when I first moved here. It was like the place to go. And then
Matt and I went to Access 2 years ago, and I think a year ago even. No, just a year. Horrified.
It's like sticky.
Horrified.
Well, now the straight people sit the doors. It's weird.
It's straight people there doing like backflips on tables, and it's just like shit that you're like, we don't need to see this.
Yeah. Listen,
the music was off. I mean, it was like, this is not Access anymore.
No,
and I know like every once in a while a drag queen shows up, but first of all, do you know their name? No, probably not.
Yeah, they show up when they want to because it's like, it starts at 9, and then it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
You're like, oh, okay.
Hi.
So were you here this whole time?
Getting ready.
And Union is also just a bachelorette paradise. Like, it's not really a great queer space anymore.
Well, now for sure.
No,
now
it's not
like,
queer space anymore.
No.
And now it's owned by someone who doesn't want there to be queers there conveniently.
But it's kind of interesting. Is that infiltrating the system within?
Yeah.
Like, is that the whole point of it? You know what I mean? Like, so, we look at Virginia and we think, man, you keep opening up all these places, but I guess we need to thank Virginia, really, because without her, we would have no gay spaces.
Literally, that's what I thought
Thanks,
too.
Misty Lynn.
I was literally like, well, I guess I'll be going to District West, Slammers, and AWOL more.
Right.
Like,
It's
'cause
crazy.
Where else can we go now? We're not going to Short
Nowhere.
North. There's nowhere in Short North, is there?
Short North after 9 o'clock.
Oh.
Well, I guess it depends on the season.
I was just there at like 6 p.m.
Yeah, and it's getting dark earlier, so you need it. Like the minute the lights go out, it's like crazies come out. It's like crazy. Like all of a sudden, these fucking crazy kids
like
with guns and shit. You're like
two different people just started talking to me randomly as I'm walking. I'm like, hi.
A lot of homeless, which is fine, but like it's just interesting to me. It's like the same ones for years and years. I'm like, how have we not gotten a job yet, or has somebody not hired you yet? Like, you need to get your fucking resume ready and hand those out. I'm just over it.
No, it is the same people, and it's a little bit
the
like
same people. They're living fine. They have new shoes. I'm like, okay, so your job is to be homeless.
Well,
like, can we just admit it?
The ones at the intersections or the off ramps of the highway, those ones just drive around in cars to the different sites.
And he's like smoking a vape
I can
pen.
show
I'm like,
you. There's Henderson and 315. There's 315 and is it
Neil.
Vine or Goodale? Yeah. There's just certain intersections where they literally, I've watched them get in a car and then drive off.
And
so I know they're going to the next site because I see them at all of them. And I'm like, there's a it's 5 people really, but
it's also like the faces for me. Like you look at me and you're like, and I'm like, okay, you've been giving me the same goddamn face for 4 years.
4 years.
Honestly, I'd give you money if you came and waved at me and said, hey, like, no, you just sit here smoking your fucking cigarette. Yeah, which, how you got that? I don't know. You might be picked up on the ground, like those old ones.
Is that a thing?
Oh, honey, when you're drunk and like,
ew, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah. So like you would, like, if you put it on an ashtray, like you could re-smoke a cigarette. Like you could like, if there was still a little bit left, you like, it's disgusting. I really don't want to talk about it.
But the part on top is like burnt.
Part on top.
The part on top is burnt.
Don't drop that dun dun. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Don't drop that dun dun.
I'm like,
don't drop that dun dun.
My pussy. So we got some problems here, folks. And if you're
we're
local,
losing gay bars, they're dropping like flies, and I'm not sure we care about these ones, but
honestly, it might be time.
Honestly, it's time.
I think it might be time.
I think we need
time to remove
ever
ourselves
since
from Short North.
Town Hall moved in there, and that guy held fundraisers for Trump. It's like, Short North is fucked.
We should have known.
Just give it to them.
Oh
Do we
my
even
God,
want it?
I forgot.
Like, do we even want it?
No, we don't. Like, it doesn't
Okay.
matter. We're gonna die. I have got to show you this if I can find it. Oh my!
We're gonna
fucking
die.
God.
Let's tell Matt.
Did you see this?
About this Mike Pence clip in a campaign stop in Iowa.
Oh yeah. Want me to work that for you?
Want me to work that for you? Well, I just get a photo. Just get a photo. We gotta keep moving.
Let's get a photo. Shut
Do
up,
you like
Mike.
a ride, or you gotta keep moving?
Oh, you like a
We gotta
ride?
keep moving. Okay.
You like a ride?
I wouldn't mind driving. This is a little bigger than my. This is a little bigger than my John Deere. It's a beauty. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, are you?
It's like, where do we even begin? Look,
Want me to work this for you?
Like, he's
so gay.
Sorry.
Why do you think he calls his wife mother?
It's insane.
Mike Pence is a faggot. Like, let's
listen,
just say it.
I could totally see him at AWOL being like, in a harness, being like, you know, he's like, really, you know
He's
what's
big.
weird?
He's
Can
a
I just
big boy.
say something?
Yeah.
I'm not hairy on my back.
You're not.
It's really weird. A
It
lot
is
of people
weird, but I
are
mean-
really hairy.
Yeah. If I think I would have a little tiny bit here, and then I would definitely have hair here.
I'm gonna have hair, but it's not like some people are like, you're like, oh.
No, I'm not really hairy though. Yeah, no.
Isn't that weird though? I
Yes.
feel like it's kind of interesting. I'm like, what? How is your upper arm fucking? Cool. When do you go to Portugal again?
September 21st. We got plenty of time to puss around.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we have 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my sundry.
Okay, yeah, sundries. We didn't even do sundries.
Sundry.
Okay, perfect.
My sundry is don't listen into conversations that you're not a part of. And this goes out to the Carney, if that's, I don't know if that's
fucking weed.
I don't know if that's a slur, but honestly, this one I don't care because you threatened. So I'm at the Ox Roast yesterday, and I'm standing by a ride, and we were talking about how the children we were with lost their prizes because they put their 2 liters bottles that they got from the ring toss down, and they went on a ride and they came back and the 2 liters were gone. And, you know, the dad that I was with was like, yeah, it's just, I guess it's not a safe area here. And he was joking, obviously. And then the other mom, goes, yeah, we can't trust these shifty people. And I was like, fucking Carnies out loud. just like I didn't realize I was around.
Childhood. That was your childhood trauma coming out right there. That was like
literally like fucking Carnies.
My parents don't like prenups or Carnies.
Or they hate Carnies. Right, literally, they're like these
Carnies
people
too.
you can't trust. So I was like fucking Carnies, and then I looked over. The ride operator heard me, but he didn't see me, but he heard me, and he just like
he looked with his
what the fuck about it? And like started looking over, and I turned around and real quick and was like eating some like.
And you were trying to make eye contact, but only one eye was looking this way, and the other eye was that way, and he's like and you're like
literally.
It's true, it's scary.
He was like this.
They are so scary. Like
what about it?
They have like osteoporosis.
I know it's like
I get it.
They
but like,
smoke nonstop, and all they do is stand at the rides and operate.
And then at
night,
safe is, you're the one that's unscrewing
they are
it.
Blacking out on alcohol because they
I
sleep.
think it's more like meth. I'm sorry.
No, they literally sleep in like a trailer pulled behind a truck.
Oh yeah, they're like on the road.
I looked in it. The door was open. I was like, are those bunk beds?
Imagine the smell. Imagine the smell.
There's
of
no ventilation.
Carney trailer.
I'm not actually a fan.
Carney trailer. Like just the fart smell, and then the BO, and then the cigarette ashtray.
It's the asshole. It's everything.
The asshole. It's no running water for weeks at a time.
Yeah, like
it's no showers for weeks at a time.
I wake up the same time, 11 o'clock, and get ready for all the kids to come, and I stand there and I smoke menthols in front of everyone. It's so weird.
They literally were. So yeah.
Well, my Sunday's gonna be short and sweet. It's keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I hope you have a great week, and we will talk to you next week. Make sure you call us 614-721-5336. That's 614-721-5336. We need some calls. You guys aren't calling again. Call us.
Please call. Please call. Calm, cool, and collected.
Come and call.
Come
call. Okay. And have a great week.
Have a great week.
That was so. I can't wait to.
That was so.
I can't wait to.
And wow.
Thank you.
Have
a great week. Goodbye.
Bye.
I feel like you're so far in the screen this way.
It's gonna be perfect.